Have you ever looked at your bank account and wondered where all your hard-earned money actually went? It is a heavy feeling that many of us know far too well. You earned a decent paycheck, and you were not exactly living like a millionaire, but somehow your savings account looks smaller every single month. Meanwhile, it seems like everyone else is moving forward while you are just trying to keep your head above water in this fast-moving world of 2026. If you are tired of watching your cash disappear into financial black holes disguised as smart purchases, then you are in the right place. The truth is that most people are not actually bad with money. They are simply falling for common financial traps that have become so widely accepted that we do not even recognize them as traps anymore. Before we dive into these 10 silent wealth leaks, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Sharing your thoughts in the comments helps us build a community of people who are taking back control of their financial futures. Your engagement ensures that more people can see this message and protect their own savings. Now let us look at the first silent leak that is draining your wealth. We are starting with something that sounds incredibly responsible, but is actually a form of gambling, which is investments you do not understand. The number of people losing serious money on assets they cannot explain is absolutely staggering in 2026. We are not talking about pocket change here. We are talking about people wiping out years of hard-earned savings in a matter of months because they followed a trend instead of a strategy. The previous years of volatile markets created millions of amateur investors who threw money at digital assets or complex schemes they could not define. One bad investment decision can erase years of careful saving. Knowledge is not just power when it comes to your money, but knowledge is protection. Every dollar you invest in something you do not understand is a dollar you are gambling. And the house always wins in gambling. The solution is simple, and that is to only invest in things you genuinely understand after doing your own deep research. The second leak is something that hits almost everyone but flies completely under the radar, which is overpriced car insurance. This one is painful because it is so unnecessary and so easy to fix, yet millions of people keep paying inflated premiums year after year. In 2026, insurance companies count on customer inertia more than ever before. They know that most people will just automatically renew their policies without shopping around for a better deal. Most people are overpaying for car insurance by hundreds or even over $1,000 annually. The process of comparing insurance rates takes maybe 30 minutes online. Saving $1,000 for 30 minutes of work is a better return than almost any hourly wage you could earn. This is the kind of consistent and boring financial optimization that quietly creates wealth over time. Next, let us talk about something that used to be a great way to save money on travel, but has turned into a massive burden, which is short-term rental platforms. These platforms started as a way to find affordable and unique places to stay, but that value has been destroyed by excessive fees and inflated pricing. You might see a listing for a reasonable nightly rate, but then you discover a cleaning fee of $75 and a service fee of $30. Your room suddenly becomes much more expensive than a high-quality hotel room. Hotels provide daily cleaning and a front desk for problems, and the ability to cancel without losing your money. For frequent travelers, this adds up to thousands of wasted dollars per year. We have been convinced that doing the housekeeping work ourselves while paying more money is a good deal, but the math simply does not work anymore. The fourth wealth leak is the psychology behind extended warranties. You are at the checkout counter, and the salesperson becomes your best friend. because they are concerned about your future happiness. They want to protect you from the devastating blow of potential repairs for just $99. What they do not mention is that extended warranties are pure profit centers for the retailer. Only about 12% of the money spent on these warranties ever goes toward actual repairs. Most people never even try to use their extended warranties because they forget they have them, or the process is too complicated. That $99 could have been invested and earning returns for you instead of generating profits for a big corporation. The fifth leak is a very common mistake in food management, which is buying in bulk when half of it ends up spoiling. The wholesale club membership feels like such a savvy move because you are buying larger quantities at lower per-unit prices. Then reality hits, and your refrigerator becomes a science experiment. The average household throws away about 20% of the food they buy, which is like taking every fifth dollar and setting it on fire. Bulk buying amplifies this problem because you buy a giant container of produce that lasts only a few days. You are saving money per unit while spending more money overall and wasting your resources. The solution is to be brutally honest about what you actually consume before you buy that economy-size bag of snacks. Number 6 is something that gets almost everyone because the marketing is so powerful, which is buying sale items you do not actually need. The clearance rack is like a black hole for common sense and your disposable income. You see something marked down 50%, and your brain starts doing mental gymnastics to justify the purchase. You think you are saving $35, but the truth is that you are spending $35 on something you did not want 5 minutes ago. Every time you buy something on sale that you do not use, you are giving up the opportunity to invest that money. Retailers rotate their clearance inventory specifically to create a sense of urgency and scarcity. Never buy something just because it is on sale, and only buy things because you actually need them. Now let us discuss something that hits people right in the emotions, which is unnecessary holiday and birthday gifts. We have created an elaborate system of obligatory gift exchange that stresses everyone out and clutters our homes with stuff we do not use. Think about the last 10 gifts you received that were not from your immediate family members. How many of those items brought genuine value to your life? Most of them are likely sitting in a closet, generating guilt every time you look at them. It is like a complicated money laundering scheme where everyone loses except the retailers. The solution is to have honest conversations with your friends and family about simplifying gift exchanges or focusing on shared experiences instead of objects. The eighth leak is a massive financial burden for younger generations, which is paying for degrees you do not use. Society has spent decades telling us that any degree is better than no degree, regardless of the cost. But if you borrow $40,000 to get a degree that qualifies you for a job that pays less than a skilled trade, then you have made a mistake. The debt payments on that loan will follow you for decades and prevent you from building wealth during your prime earning years. Education is an investment in yourself, but investments are supposed to generate positive returns. Being strategic about what you study and how much you pay for it is the only way to ensure your education is an asset rather than a liability. The ninth wealth leak is the one that seems the smallest, but adds up to the largest amounts over time, which is small daily spending habits. A $6 coffee every morning or a $12 lunch because you did not prepare a meal might feel insignificant, but a $10 daily habit costs you $3,650 every single year. It is not just about the immediate cost, but it is about the opportunity cost of that money. $10 invested daily at reasonable returns becomes enormous wealth over the span of 20 or 30 years. You are trading your long-term financial security for a few minutes of temporary convenience and pleasure. Finally, we must talk about the largest leak of all, which is overpaying for housing. Whether you are renting or buying, housing is typically the largest expense in any budget. The traditional advice is that housing should cost no more than 30% of your income. But in the market of 2026, many people are spending 50 or 60% of their income on their home. This leaves virtually nothing for saving or investing, and makes you a slave to your mortgage or rent payment. You become trapped in a golden cage of your own making because you chose a prestigious neighborhood over financial flexibility. Choose your living space wisely, because this single decision determines your ability to build wealth for the rest of your life. As we move toward the end of our discussion, I want to remind you to subscribe to the channel if you found this information valuable. Please hit that like button to help this video reach more people who need to hear this message. I would also love to hear from you in the comments section below. Which of these 10 wealth leaks do you find most difficult to avoid in your own life? Sharing your experience can help others realize they are not alone in this struggle. Now that we have identified these 10 silent leaks, the question is, what should you do next? The beautiful thing about avoiding these financial traps is that the money does not just disappear. It can be redirected toward things that actually improve your life and build lasting security. Start by conducting a simple audit of your bank statements from the last 3 months. Identify every recurring charge and every unnecessary purchase that falls into these 10 categories. Be ruthless with your cancellations and your changes. You are not giving up your quality of life, but you are taking back your power. Once you have plugged these leaks, you can start the process of automating your wealth building. Redirect that saved money into a high-yield savings account or a low-cost index fund. When your money automatically flows to where it needs to go, you are no longer relying on willpower or memory. You are creating a system that works for you 24 hours a day while you sleep and while you enjoy your life. Remember that building wealth is not about deprivation or living like a monk. It is about making conscious choices to spend your money on things that provide genuine value. Stop funding industries that are built on your financial ignorance and start funding the life you actually want to live. The world has changed dramatically, but your spending habits can catch up and put you back in the lead. The math does not lie, and your bank statement will soon reflect the smart choices you are making starting today. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make right now. Make sure they are decisions that you will be proud of when you look back years from now. Thank you for spending this time with me today and for being part of this community. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will continue our journey toward financial freedom. Take care of your money, and it will take care of you.